I made breakfast for everybody, and it was good.
This is true.
Um, my breakfast was so good it kept everyone from dying from the evil cows with poison breath and the ability to stomp us all to death multiple times. Blah blah blah. Kit didn't like certain Killington of the Ravenclaw for some reason. And then we killed the cows and we set them all on fire and we had hamburgers, but not really because it was all rotting cows. And we went to the Temple of Helm to find out about the mark on my chest, and there were lots of stray cats running around. And then when we got there, it had been beat up, like everybody had been beat to a pulp, and the head priestess dude was like, everybody has been pounding on us, and we've been like getting beat up by something we can't see. And other clergy people had the marks on their chest, and then the cats turned evil and started attacking us. And I'm pretty sure Sir Killington was just like under peer pressure to help out all the other cats. I used up a bunch of spell slots. The invisible attacker people finally like started attacking us, and I banished them to the Shadow Realm. And Tekken used Dresden as a babyborn and kept the pig out of danger. And I used healing spells, and then we heard a crash and footsteps, and the thing was beating at the door trying to get in.
And that's where we left off. Um, Sounds fantastic. So everybody make sure you get inspiration. Um, I also recall that you helped to revive the priest
Yes.
of the temple. So he seems very. He's not dying, but he's not doing good. However, he was, as soon as you brought him back, able to turn around and kind of cast off one spell, which let all of you all heal back to full. Not a long rest, but you can heal back to full. So everyone's at their full health.
Well, okay.
In Gur's case, Gur's already doing fantastic.
No, I'm just. This is like boss battle type stuff. It's gonna sell us potions real cheap.
Did you say
Yes.
we could? Did you say we could heal up? Is that what you said?
Yes, you can heal back to full.
Okay. Where's my?
And
And you should still have the 18 plus points from the breakfast, right?
whatever, yes, whatever temporary hit points y'all had from Tortuga's meal should still be there. You did a Hero's Feast, was it?
Yes.
Heroes Feast.
Yeah, I think it was 18. Diseases. Oh, actually, that's not even temp hit points. You just straight up gained 18 hit points to your max.
Yeah, we have to max HP modifier or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way I got it on mine as.
Oh, it consumes the gem? What kind of fresh bullcrap is that?
Yeah, that sucks. I gotta
Well, I
find a
guess
jumbo.
I guess for full on.
But it was definitely worth it for that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, as that happens, the banging is still occurring on the door at the moment. So, just to set the scene, the temple is fairly large. At least the main floor that you all are on. You know, it's a fairly large floor. I'd probably say, as you all know, my ability to say things with square feet and what I actually mean is piss poor. But, it's probably a good I don't know, 600 square feet, at least on the ground floor. Like I said, a lot of the pews, a lot of the setup statues, things that they have, altars, have kind of been smashed and destroyed. There's a lot of people that are lying around on the ground, either dead, dying, or in a lot of pain. Those who aren't seem to be trying to make a hasty escape for the exit, which is the door where the banging is coming from. And then you start hearing a weird buzzing sound. And it gets louder and louder, almost like if you've ever been in a swarm of cicadas, locusts, as they start making their way towards you, and it gets louder and louder. And then you suddenly hear a loud pop, and the sound stops instantly. Wrong channel. There we go. And you see this standing in front of you. The beating on the door is still currently occurring, but it looks around at a kind of wicked grin on its face, and it actually looks over to Kit and says, "Ah, you're the one with the overdue book." And it makes its way over to Kit, and it is quite tall. I'd say you'd probably call it in between being large and huge. As far as it towers over Tortuga, most certainly, and it walks towards Kit, and it places one of its hands on Kit's head, and then you hear that buzzing sound get greater and greater and greater, and then another occurs, and it and Kit are completely gone.
Okay.
The banging on the door gets louder and louder and louder, and finally, the door itself gives way, busts down, and I've got. There we go. You see two of these duck and crawl through the door. And they see you, and they start making their way towards you. Following behind them as they wander in, they're actually they are quite large as well, as you can see from the little diagram that we've got in there. You can see standing smaller stature, following in behind them, two creatures, which look like this. And then there are 5 following behind that kind of run to the side of the ranks, like that. And those dudes are they're small. They're not terribly large. As the doors open, though, you hear coming from outside some kind of haunting music that seems to be playing almost in tune with the movement of these creatures. And we're going to have everybody roll for initiative. Ta-da. Excuse me. Who got 5? Perfect. And then go. Oh, there it is. Go. this up. Okey-doke. That is a cool deal. So, we start by... Okay. The two the two smaller things actually, for whatever reason, decide to push their way through the big, very large beasts. And one of them makes their way actually straight for Tortuga. Pull up your thing here. And again, the music continues playing. It seems as they start attacking, you hear the sound coming from the outside starting to speed up. And Tortuga. That is not at all what I clicked on. Let's try this again. There we go. It runs towards you and slashes with its claws once and then once again. And first time it hits, and it hits you for 8 damage. So the claws rake into you, and as they hit you, you feel the damage, but then you also start hearing the music that you hear coming from the outside. It almost seems to beat in your head, and you also take 8 damage from the slash, but then you take 7 psychic damage as that music almost seems to hound in your head. The next one runs up and actually goes after Tekken. Probably because Tekken's over there in a hero pose and it doesn't like that. Tries to slash at Tekken once. And it succeeds. Same thing for you, Tekken, actually. It runs up and it gives a slash across your chest, and then for 8 damage. And then that music starts pulsing in your head, dealing 7 damage.
So 15 altogether, or just
15 altogether, yeah. 8 plus 7, so 8 slashing plus 7 psychic. I'm starting to actually split it up for y'all, just because if there's any immunities or different stuff like that. Whereas all this time, regardless of what the damage type has been, I've just kind of been lumping it together unless it was fire. So, yeah. Next up, we have Gur.
Okay. So I am going to try to get outside to where the music is.
Okay.
My plan is to run as close to the door as I can, and then I will use my bonus action to make my echo appear 15 feet closer, hopefully on the other side of the bad guys. And then I'll attack and teleport next turn. But that is my goal.
Your goal? Okay. Go ahead. Sorry,
go ahead.
No. What was your question first?
I was going to ask which enemy does that put me in contact with if I'm rushing towards the door?
So the giant 4-legged tentacly creature, it would put you near. But if you would like to give me an acrobatics check, because you are quite agile and because there are chandeliers and other things that are hanging around, if you give me 1 acrobatics success, so what happens is you start making your way...
Actually, that's higher than that.
Oh, okay.
Because reliable talent means I can't get lower than a 10, so that's actually a 25.
Okay, perfect. So you start making your way and dashing over to where the exit is, and you see the big beast, because obviously you can't not, and it attempts to make a slash at you, but it misses the first one. You continue on. Give me one more acrobatics check. That reliable talent is fantastic. Oh, yeah, yeah. And it tries to turn around with its back leg as you're running away to try to swipe, but you manage to definitely move out of the way, avoiding any worry whatsoever about opportunity attacks there. And you said your plan then was to cast or set up your echo?
Yes, so my echo... What I'm thinking is I rush up to the line.
Mm-hmm.
There are the monsters in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Manifest the echo on the other side of them, and then the next round I'll teleport there and be able to get out.
Okay. Yeah. So sounds good. You even managed to make your way. You are right behind the line at the moment. So not even in front, but right behind. So you get that little teleport out, or you get the you get your echo out. So on your next turn, you can move away without having to worry about opportunity attack.
Right, and so I get to attack something?
Yes, you are right behind the giant Hulk.
Okay.
The big beast, which I'm going to refer to, one, the giant thing is the Hulk, and the weird alien-looking thing as the Mangler. So yes, you are right behind one of those Hulks. You hit. Oh, wait. Yes, you hit.
And for cold, I'm assuming I don't get sneak attack, which is fine.
In this case, yeah, not in this case. So 14 plus 4.
And then
a 15 does not hit.
Yeah, okay. And that's my turn.
Okay. Well, that actually worked out really well for you. Next up is the Hulk, which is right by you, but it seems largely uninterested in you. And Tortuga seems to be more its quarry. And it goes actually to rush away from you. So Gur, you can actually get an opportunity attack on.
Dun, dun, dun.
That will hit.
And cold damage.
Cool deal, 15. So, Tortuga, this big, large creature runs up towards you, and it tries to slam you into the ground, actually, with the tentacle. It picks one up and goes to try to whack it into you. And I do not believe that hits you. Nope, doesn't hit you. So the first one goes and attempts to hit you, but you stand strong, as a turtle does. And then another tentacle flies up. And it actually misses so incredibly well, so gloriously well, it falls prone. It trips itself. So the one that is right in front of you is currently prone, meaning you have advantage on all attacks against it. The next one sees that Gur is standing there, wondering why that first one decided to go straight towards Tortuga. And it tries to kick you with its back legs. Oh my gosh, what is going on with my rolls today? And instead it takes out an entire one of those tiny little single-eyed creatures. It stomps on it, smashes it. It turns into a fine mist. It then tries to attack with another back leg. Are you kidding me? And it misses horribly and actually smashes and turns to mist another one of those tiny single-legged creatures. That is 3 ones in a row I just rolled. Wow. So, that was that. Gur, are you able to see out of your echo?
Let me check. I know I can use it as an opportunity attack.
Okay. Well, I will say...
I can look it up.
Okay.
Game rules, rogue. No, game rules. Not really. I don't have Echo Avatar, which lets me use an action to see through the Echo's eye, so I would assume I can't.
Okay, no worries. Cool beans.
It's okay.
After those 2 creatures, there's actually floating Echo. Your Echo would see this. Floating in past your Echo is another creature.
Just you do realize there's 3 of us, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just
you should be fine. And you see this. That is kind of a little bit past where your Echo is. And it doesn't seem to do anything, but watch. And next up, we have Tekken. Tekken, the current... Uh-oh, for some reason... Oh, never mind. Back to your health. I'm looking at. Currently, there are 2 of those Manglers in front of you. The ones which... look like these. One is in front of you, and one is in front of Tortuga. And then there are also 2 of the giant things. These. One is... Well, both of them, actually. Well, one of them is in front of Tortuga, but prone. And the other one is by Gur, and it seems to be dancing and stomping some of the other creatures into a fine mist for some reason. What would you like to do?
On the big hulky thingy that's prone, do I get any type of like benefits attacking it while it's prone?
You get advantage on every single attack made against it.
Okay. I will attack the prone Hulk thingy.
Awesome. Make your attack.
On the app thingy, how do I add?
I think you long press.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And then it'll let you select advantage.
Mm-hmm. That is correct. It's something they added earlier this year, and it is fantastic. Yeah, you should be able to... oh, sorry. If you're on the app, so if you're on the phone, you can long press. If you're on the desktop, you right-click.
Right, yeah.
Okay. Oh, I see it. Okay, cool. And then, oh, okay, cool. Roll. Ew.
You get advantage though. Oh wow, that one does not hit.
Try it again. There we go.
That one definitely hits.
All right, and then I'm gonna spend a key point and get my 2 unarmed strike attacks.
Dealt 9 damage. That was the first, and then you did. Yep, that one will hit. That one hits 2.
All right.
29 damage.
That
Nicely
is
done.
my turn.
Next up, I have the tiny little one-eyed creatures. The remaining 3 kind of look around confused as to why 2 of their brethren have been smashed into a fine red mist, but that doesn't seem to stop them. They run over to the turtle, making little weird gibbering sounds, and they try to attack the turtle. And the next one tries to attack the turtle, and the third one tries to attack the turtle. But none of them manage to hit because they are very small and somewhat adorable. And you're probably happy at the moment that Sax, will, for whatever reason, seems to be standing off to the side, because otherwise he may try to adopt one. And we go back to the top, where one of the Manglers, who is standing next to Tortuga, tries to hit you again, Tortuga, and makes a little slash, and it hits. And the same thing as before. Wait a second. Ignore me. That doesn't happen at all. You need to take your turn, Tortuga. Good gosh, I'm going to rechange some of this real quick. While, Tortuga, you take your turn. Tortuga, you currently have a Mangler in front of you. There is a prone Hulk in front of you, and 3 teeny tiny adorable little one-eyed things in front of you. What would you like to do? It might just be me, but I do not hear you. I see you talking.
No, I have the same thing. He lights up, but I can't hear him.
Okay. No, Tortuga. That's weird. Cool, that'll give me a second to redo all this. Let me. Is it a 12? Or had a 19. Tortuga had a 5. Yeah. Okay, much better. Okay. Tortuga is casting Divine Intervention. You are phoning a friend. Or not casting, but using Divine Intervention. Let's see. I know you have luck and also inspiration. I know you have inspiration. Ha ha!
Oh no.
No, one's good.
Oh, okay.
Higher number. In this case, higher number is bad. He actually has to roll under his current cleric level.
Oh yeah, that's that thing he did before. I remember now.
So, Tortuga, you get on your I assume you get on your knees and pray, or you just start talking under your breath. Go ahead and describe how you do your divine intervention, Tortuga. Nice. Okay, let me pull this up real quick. Cool. Perfect. You hear, coming from outside the door, the sound of... Oh gosh, no, we're gonna go with this instead. The sound of what you think is flapping birds, but instead, winged blue shells come pouring in, and they go straight towards one of the big hulks, and they embed into the big hulk, and then you hear beeping, and then a kaboom, and the hulk is no longer there. And then, coming from up above, there is a crash in the temple high above. And what looks like a gauntlet with an eye on it comes smashing down and just punches the loud bang the other Hulk, who seems to take a significant amount of damage. So one of them is currently taken out of the picture entirely, and the other one seems to have taken a lot of damage. And a few of those shells actually seem to still be hanging around at the moment, kind of waiting for something. But yeah, nicely done. That is definitely very good. Is there anything else you would like to do on your turn, Tortuga? We lost Tortuga entirely. Tortuga. There we go. Yep, that works. Go ahead and roll that damage. So it says 9, and as your spiritual weapon goes flying, I'm assuming you're going for the other Hulk that was remaining, that the Fist of Helm smashed. So as your spiritual weapon goes and smacks the Hulk, another one of those blue shells that is flying actually follows up behind it. So your spiritual weapon does 9 damage. And then the other shell flies past and does an additional 13 for a total of 22 damage. Is there anything else that you would like to do on your turn, Tortuga?
So Helm directly answered his prayer right in front of all the other clerics of Helm?
Yep.
Okay.
This can only work out fantastic for Tortuga.
I was about to say all the other clerics are going to quit and start fireball and everything.
He rolled a 1. He's used divine intervention so many times, and he finally rolled a 1. But yeah, we will definitely be getting to that as soon as this combat is over. But yeah, so that was Tortuga. And then we're back up to one of the Manglers. And it sees what happened and what Tortuga did, and it seems very scared of Tortuga, and it wants nothing to do with Tortuga, so it actually tries to attack Tekken instead. And it still seems so incredibly scared that it's shaking and misses. And it tries to follow up one more time with another attack. And it hits you, Tekken, for, same as before, that 8 damage plus another 7 psychic damage as the music starts to pulse louder and louder in your head. And then next up, we have Gur. Gur, it's your turn.
Is the music still coming from outside, or is that weird thing that entered late the source of the music?
The music is still coming from outside.
All right, but that thing is now between me and the door. So I can make all my attacks come from my echo, so that's what I will do.
Okay.
Move him into position and then start attacking.
Cool. Sounds fantastic. It definitely hits.
Another attack.
I just want to let you know I always have a calculator whenever you're attacking, and I just add all your numbers together. Yep, that hits. Cool deal. That will hit. Nice.
All right, that's my action and bonus action. I think, does it look somewhat damaged, or I haven't even begun to do anything yet?
It looks damaged, but I don't want to say it looks like it shrugged stuff off, but it doesn't look like it's any worse for the wear at the moment. You definitely did a good bit of damage to it, though, but it's not it's not hurting.
All right. Thank you.
No problem.
I'm done.
Okay. That was Gur. Now we move on to the thing that the Echo attacked. It sees the Echo, which it believes, is you, and that's the thing that attacked it. And your Echo can make saves and everything when it gets attacked, right? It can be attacked just as normal, if I recall.
If it has to make a saving throw, it uses my bonus for the roll.
Okay.
It has AC 19, but only like 1 hit point.
Okay. So what happens is this thing. Yay, we can hear you, Tortuga. Congratulations on your divine intervention. Oh, okay. Cool deal.
Yay!
So it actually holds out its one of its arms, and a bunch of little tiny worms actually kind of expel from the arm of the robes and attempt to attach themselves to your Echo. Go ahead and give me a dexterity save for your Echo, Gur. It succeeds. The worms try. Uh-oh. There he is again. Uh-oh. The worms attempt to go flying towards your Echo, but either because it's semi-solid or because it's just so quick, it actually misses entirely. And that is that thing's turn. It doesn't look terribly pleased at what's taken effect here, though. Next up is the one Hulk that was smashed into the ground by the hand of Helm himself, and it tries to go after Tortuga. Tortuga.
Yeah.
One of. Okay. Oh, now the opposite happened. It goes to try to attack you with one of its tentacles, its tentacles, and it hits you for 14 damage. And then it tries to do it one more time, but misses. Tekken, you are up.
Okay.
To take stock of the current air situation, there's 2 of those Manglers that are still right by you. There is one severely damaged Hulk. There is a weird floaty worm mage by the door. Well, yeah, kind of by the door, roughly where Gur's Echo is. And there's 3 adorable little one-eyed creatures.
All right. I want to attack the severely damaged Hulk.
It's a good idea. Give me your roll. And you feel as you go to attack the Hulk that your hand is actually guided by some other force. So all your attacks can be made with advantage, though you didn't need it for this one. That is 9 damage. Cool deal. That hits as well.
Alright, I'm going to spend a key point to get my extra
19 so far. That hits. $27 damage. That also hits.
All right.
12 damage. Done. It appears incredibly bloodied at the moment. You have pummeled it severely. Some of its tentacles seem to have kind of gone limp. One of its eyes is lolling out of its socket. It's not doing too well. Though I imagine after Helm himself, plus the great Tekken, starts pummeling on anything, it's not going to do terribly well. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Okie doke. We move on to the adorable tiny one-eyed creatures who see you attacking the Hulk, and they don't like that, and they run up to you with tiny little yips and try to attack. 1, 2, 3. The third one manages to land a tiny little bite on you for 6 damage. Can you give me a wisdom saving throw?
Who?
Oh, sorry. Tekken.
Okay, wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
You feel like that there was some kind of toxin that was trying to be released from its bite, but your studied ways have just caused it to neutralize, so nothing to worry about.
Did you say 6 damage?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And then we move on to Tortuga. Tortuga, it is your turn. You have just managed to call upon Helm. You got rid of one entire Hulk, pummeled another one half to death. The current state of the field is there are 2 of those Manglers. They're in front of, one is in front of you, one is in front of Tekken. But you all are right next to each other pretty much anyway, so. Then there is that worm mage kind of by the exit, by where Gur's Echo is. And there's 3 tiny little adorable one-eyed creatures, one of which seems to have taken a tiny little bite of Tekken. Maybe trying to absorb some of the glory by osmosis or something. What would you like to do?
I am going to cast Guiding Bolt at level 4.
Okay.
At the nearest Mangler.
Okay. Dun, dun, dun. That hits.
And yeah, let's roll a bunch of dice.
You cast Guiding Bolt and it flies towards one of the Manglers for 24 damage. However, there was another one of those flying spiky shells left behind. And it flies as well into the Mangler. So you deal 24 damage, followed by the shell flying and exploding in the Mangler for another 42 damage, for a total 66 damage. The Mangler appears very, very, very mangled.
I'm also going to hit it with my spiritual weapon.
Okay, go ahead. That hits. You hit it for 6 damage. And it does. It smashes and dies. But as your spiritual weapon swings, there's still yet another shell that was left behind from your divine intervention. It goes flying towards the other Mangler. 42 damage. Going kaboom. And that is Tortuga, so we go. No. Bang. There we go. Dead. That next Mangler that got hit and kind of stunned by that shell tries to attack you, Tortuga.
So comfortable. Yes.
And it hits even with disadvantage, but the disadvantage got rid of my nat 20, so that's good. And it deals 8 damage to you as it slices, and then 7 more psychic damage for a total of 15 damage. And then there's Gur.
15, you said?
15, yep.
All right.
Did you say, and then there's Gur who gets to attack or who gets to get hit?
Oh, sorry, my bad. Gur who gets to take their turn.
Okay, I just...
Good clarification.
Trying to pay attention to what's going on. Am I the attacker or the attackee?
Go.
I'm going to use my bonus action to teleport to my Echo and then make my attacks from there at the Worm Wizard or whatever you're calling him.
Yeah, sounds great. That will hit. Ooh, nice.
Okay. Again.
That hits.
Frost. And now that I've done my bonus action and my action, my snake is going to slither down and position himself. So next round, I'm getting a sneak attack.
Sounds great. 34 damage so far. Or 34 damage you've dealt this round.
And I am done.
Cool. The mage is starting to look a little bit worse for the wear now.
Thank you for that important update.
The Hulk that is there attempts to slash at your Echo because it is now, you swap places. So it tries to hit your Echo.
19 armor class.
And it doesn't do crap. Wait. And then it attempts one more time with one more tentacle. And it hits for 14 damage.
All right, it's gone.
Okie doke. Tekken, you are up. There is currently one Mangler left that's right by you. There is a Hulk that is kind of further down by the entrance. and there is that wormy-looking mage that is a little bit outside the entrance.
I think I'll attack the Mangler that is right by me.
Good idea.
Where's my... Oh, it's on the wrong thing. Derp.
As you all take out more and more of the creatures, the music starts to sound like it's speeding up and kind of reaching a crescendo in
oh, crap.
as if you're listening to like an orchestra play. That will not hit. But your hand still feels like it is currently guided by some otherworldly force. So you can go ahead and make that perfect. So we will say that first one. Yep. So that was your first attack. So you still have another attack plus your flurry of blows, if you want to use those. So all your attacks you can still make with advantage right now. That will hit.
Okay, spin my key
14
point.
damage. That's the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the second. Okay, so for that first one, well, actually, after you hit those, back up here real quick. So after those first two hits, you exploded the Hulk.
Okay.
So the Hulk is no more. If you would like, you can make your way, use your movement to head towards that mage, and make your flurry of blows towards it. So that 30 would hit it. That's what you would like to do.
All right.
So that's 11 damage on it, plus one more attack from those. That one does not hit.
All right.
But that worked out really well. You punch the thing square in the face, and it seems to be doing a lot worse now. So much so that it decides it is time for it to get revenge. Can you give me a... Actually, no, I can't do that yet. Can I do that? Nope, can't do that. So, it actually points a finger at you. And... Okay, so it points a finger at you, and two little crackling green beams fly at you, and you take... Oh, no, actually, only one flies at you. And you take... Are you kidding me? Nope. Aha! 7 damage. Wow, all that for 7 damage. The tiny itty-bitty little things now attempt to run and bite Tortuga. Nope. 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 They fell horribly. Tortuga.
I love the sound of that.
It is your turn. There are 3 little grooves around you. There is a mage in the distance, and there is a Mangler right by you.
Let's do... I'm going to do Scorching Ray at level 5.
Okay.
And do 1 at each of the little things and 3 at the other thing.
I would assume you're talking about the mage, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So, go ahead.
Starting with the little things.
Okay. You can give me... Yeah, go ahead. Yep, we are going to count that one towards all 3.
Yay.
And it deals. And 11 to the... So let's see. 4 and 11. And what's the last one? Because you did 3, right? Oh, no. Sorry. My bad. It's right here. So 8 and 4 and 11. Now, you said the remaining 3 are all going towards that...
the caster.
Yep. So, first one hits. Next one does not hit. One definitely hits. 5 plus 9. And a blue shell follows each of them. Each ray, actually, in this case. There are a lot of blue shells that were left over. Shell follows these ones and deals 12 damage each for a total of 36 damage plus your 14, landing a solid 50 damage on that mage. Nicely done, Tortuga. Anything else?
Heck yeah. I'm also going to hit it with my spiritual weapon.
Sounds like a plan.
Cause why the heck not?
You hit with your spiritual weapon, and it takes more damage. And another shell goes flying. Yep. Go ahead and give me that roll. 11. Another shell goes flying for another 8 plus 5. 13. And as that last one, your last attack hits, the mage explodes into a mass of writhing worms on the ground. It is no more as the worms try to quickly run away.
Burn the worms.
Next up, we have the Mangler, who attempts to attack you. And actually hits for 8 slashing and 7 psychic for a total of 15. And it tries to attack again, but it does not do as well with that second claw. Gur, you're up.
My snake and I are going outside to see if we can find the music.
Okay, so you walk outside and it's strangely dark and clouds are swirling above and it looks very ominous. Green sky. And you see that there's a lot of undead that are kind of swarming around a central area and moving kind of in tune to the music. And you see that there are also a lot of citizens that seem to kind of be entranced by the music that is playing, and they're also kind of swarming around a circle. And you're able to make out with your trained eyes that there is someone in the middle of all of that, in the center, who is playing a violin. And you see someone, looks like that, on a little makeshift stage. And that is where the music is currently coming from.
That's a strange looking violin.
Certainly is.
It looks more like a body than a violin, if you ask me.
Yeah, it does. And as you look over there, she actually seems to lock eyes with you and now notices you. But it is still your turn.
How far away is she?
Probably about, let's see, I'm going to say a good 60 feet. And, there's some mindless undead, some citizens, in a crowd kind of gathered around as well.
All right, it's going to take me a few turns to get to her, so I guess I will continue with the rest of my movement, which is only 30 feet in total, and if I can get close to an undead, I'll hit them.
Cool. So yeah, you are definitely going to get close to a few undead that are there. Nothing terribly big or scary at the moment. You have 30 feet of movement?
Yeah.
You could take the dash action. Double that.
Okay, yeah.
And I will say, as you make your way through, you cut your way through some of the zombies and get kind of up close and personal to where this person playing the music is.
All right, so that was my action, so I will use my bonus action for an attack on her.
Sounds good. That does not hit.
Okay, that's good to know.
And as you make that attack and it misses, it almost seems like she manages to continue playing the music, pull up her bowstring, parry your attack, and go right back to continuing to play the music.
I already don't like her.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I am all out of things to do, yeah.
Okie doke. Next up, we have Tekken. Tekken, the only thing that is... What did I do there? Oh, look at that. Mistype stuff. That's okay. You currently see one Mangler remaining. You saw Tortuga explode that one mage, and you hear music coming from outside, louder and louder, and you swore you just heard Gur curse into the air outside. What would you like to do?
Going to make my way over to the last Mangler and start attacking it.
Cool deal.
Do I still have advantage on my stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie.
Oh, that definitely hits.
Oops, I messed up on that. I put 2 instead of 1.
You did what? What happened?
I had 2 damage rolls on damage thingies on that damage thing.
Oh, you clicked it twice?
Yeah. No, I just
Gotcha.
I think I just held it down and I accidentally had it on that for some reason.
Oh. That's fine. So you did 16 plus an additional. I max out the damage, so an additional 8 when you get that crit. So that is going to be 24 damage as that Mangler goes kaboom and explodes in a fine mist of blood. The small grooves that were around actually seem to poo themselves and then pass out. You don't think you have to worry about them anymore.
I guess I'll just start making my way towards the outside now.
Yeah, sounds good. So you go outside and you see in the distance, you can see that there is Gur, and Gur is currently surrounded by a bunch of undead. And there is someone also in the center there that seems to be playing strange violin. Yeah, you're probably, given your movement, you have what, 60 or 70, 55? Yeah, given that, you're probably 30 plus another 30. You're about 30 feet away. So you're like right on the outside circle of where all the zombies kind of are, doing a little weird movement and dance going on there. So yeah, next up, unless there's anything else you'd like to do on your turn.
Nope.
Okay. Lastly, we have Tortuga. Tortuga, your teammates have run away outside. And there is nothing left inside as far as you can tell. That is good. But as everything else is cleared up, you see the remaining, anyone that was inside the Temple of Helm now seems to almost be revering you. And they're all holding up little lighters in the air, waving them back and forth, calling your name out.
Party!
I feel that the Church of Tortuga might be in your future. So yes,
I start running through the door.
Okay.
As I get to the door, I bow.
Okay.
And show myself out.
Sounds good. Since you don't really have to do anything, you also can take the dash action and move about 60 feet, so you're right up to where you're a little bit behind Tekken, about 20-ish feet away from Tekken. And you also...
If I do that, am I within 30 foot of the bad guy?
20 within Tekken. Tekken's 30 feet away. No, you're about a little bit too short there.
Dang. Okay.
Let's see. But now...
Oh, wait.
Yes?
Spiritual weapon 60 feet.
It is.
I would like to smack him with a blue shell.
Your spiritual weapon has... Actually, let me check on that. I now have... You can move your spiritual weapon 20 feet each turn. So...
Oh, dang. Okay.
If you moved 60 feet and then you use your bonus action, or you use your, I'll say you can continue moving it with you, 20 feet, it is now going to be 40 feet away from you as of this moment.
Okay.
Unfortunately, spiritual weapon, while strong, moves slow. Your other option... I mean, technically, if you wanted, you could cast another one. Or you could let that other one make its way towards you. Your choice.
I'm already low on slots. I'm just gonna go with it.
Okay, cool deal. So, the next thing that happens is it's the thing that's playing music's turn. And the first thing it does, because Gur attempted to hit her, she didn't really seem to like that. Again, as she's playing her music, she makes one long strike, or one long pull with the bow that kind of leaves a cord hanging in the air and tries to hit Gur over the head with it, and succeeds. And she's kind of almost wielding it like a rapier, and she actually stabs it into you. And Gur, you take 16 piercing damage, and then you actually feel it kind of burn you from the inside out for another 13 acid damage. She pulls it out, and as she does, she holds it in the air, and then she points it towards you, Tortuga. She sees you in the distance. And a sickly green orb actually expels out the end of it and flies towards you and hits you. But it doesn't burn, similar to the sound when those other creatures clawed at you. In your head, you almost hear like a scream, and it deals 18 psychic damage to you. And then with one more flick...
Oh, crap. There's more voices in my head than normal.
With one more flick of her bow, she does the same thing at Tekken. And Tekken, same thing, you take 18 psychic damage. And then... lastly, she looks at you, Gur, and she swings the bow towards you, and it passes through you almost in an ethereal manner. Can you give me a wisdom saving throw? So as this passes through you, it almost sounds like your internals are having music played upon you, and you take... Uh-oh. Oh. You take 30 psychic damage.
Okay.
I accidentally refreshed the page, so I'm just at the moment moving my way through. Okay, we're good. And that is its turn. Next up, we have... should be Gur at a 19. Oh, also, the sound seems to entrance you, and you find yourself stunned. So it's currently your turn, but can't do anything at the moment.
Okay.
This combat tracker is fantastic, except for the fact that if I refresh the page, everything goes away. Tekken, you are up next. You can move up close enough, if you would like, now at this point, to hit the thing.
Okay. So am I just moving and not doing anything?
So, there are a lot of undead that are kind of surrounding the area, and more seem to keep swarming around as the music continues playing. Excuse me. Jeez. Go ahead and you can either make some attacks to make your way through, or you can give me a few acrobatic checks.
I'll go for acrobatic
I
checks.
will let you choose. Okay. So go ahead and give me your first acrobatic check.
Oh, yeah.
As you try to make your way through. You flip, jump, and move over some of them and make your way kind of into the center of them all. Well, where the swarm is, not the center yet. Give me one more acrobatics check to continue jumping around. Nicely done. And you make your way through them, and you now can see Gur, who seems kind of entranced. And you also see the lady playing the violin. So that would be your action, but you have a bonus action, maybe, if you'd like.
Bonus action. Okay, let me attack while she is distracted. Do I still have advantage?
You feel as soon as you made your way through the zombies and closer to the center of the music that your hand is not currently guided anymore.
Okay.
That will hit.
All right. And the second one. Oh, yeah. Wait, what the what?
Yep, that'll hit too.
Okay.
Nicely done. And next up, we have Tortuga. Tortuga, you see Tekken run through and duck, dodge, and roll through the undead swarm. What would you like to do?
Tortuga would like to do a triple somersault backflip over the crowd of zombies.
Okay, go ahead and give me an acrobatics check. Or actually, you can give me acrobatics or athletics, your choice.
I suck at both of those. So what I'm actually going to do is just turn undead.
Oh, okay, perfect. I'm
gonna get as far as I can into the middle of the undead, and then I'm going to turn the undead or destroy undead if they're low enough level.
Yeah. So you use your turn undead, and instantly the entire swarm of undead turn to dust. The undead in that circle are no more.
Nice.
Is there anything else you would like to do?
Tell my spiritual weapon to come a little bit closer.
Okay. It moves closer. It is now 40 feet away from you. It's making its way downtown, spinning fast, like a shell does. Dun, 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 dun. Is there anything else?
I think that's it.
Okay. Read what I did here. Okay, cool. So it takes its bow, and Tekken, who has gotten close to it, it hits you, Tekken, with the bow. But actually, I believe misses on that one. Yep, misses. Then it tries to strike at Gur, who's standing there, and hits. And Gur, you take 16 damage plus 5 acid damage. And then lastly, again, she flicks the bow towards you, Tortuga, since you're in the distance, and hits you for 18 psychic damage as the chatter in your head seems to get louder.
Can she see me flip her off from there?
She can, actually. And as you do that, the sound gets very loud in your head. Can you give me a wisdom save, please?
I sure can.
You succeed. Lucky you. Let's see. And then she goes right back to playing her music. And Gur, you suddenly shake off, blink a couple of times, and feel like you are no longer stunned. How would you like to proceed? She goes right back to playing the music as if you're not around there. And as she's playing the music, it seems that the undead in the area seem to start swarming again, closer and closer to where you all are.
I will attack.
Cool deal. That doesn't hit. Yeah, definitely. For 10 damage. For another 4 damage.
There should be enough people for me to get a sneak attack.
Oh, definitely. Damage.
Back to the other attack. That hits.
That'll definitely hit. For 11 damage.
Another 6.
6 damage.
And now my bonus action.
That'll hit. Damage.
And that is it.
Okie doke. Cool deal. Next up, we have Tekken. Tekken, it is your turn.
Okie dokie.
That'll hit. 10 damage. That'll also hit. 12 damage.
Okay, spending a key point. Get my other 2 attacks in.
And a key point down, doing flurry of blows. Nope.
Oh, there we go. Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Another 10. Nicely done. Is that it for the Great Tekken?
Yep.
Okay. Tortuga. Tortuga. It's your turn.
I am going to how's she looking? Is she like, She heard it all.
She's hurt, but doesn't seem terribly bloodied.
Fireball.
Okay.
At level 4.
Level 4 fireball.
Dex
Okay.
18.
Dex 18. Oh. She has succeeded. For 13 damage. So as you cast your fireball and it comes raining down, she actually stops playing her music for a second, striking with the bow on her violin-ish, letting that cord hang in the air, and actually seems to break up your fireball, taking not as much damage as normal with the bow, and then goes right back to playing music as more and more of the undead start swarming around you all.
I reach into my bag of holding and pull her out something special while telling my spiritual weapon to come a little bit closer.
It is now 20 feet away from you, almost there. Nice. So, she now is looking a little bit worse for the wear. And is not terribly happy that y'all have been pummeling on her. After all, what has she done to you? And she takes her bow and again, same sort of thing, gets in the air and starts using it like a rapier and attacks you, Tortuga. And hits you for, let's see, it's going to be 60 damage as she hits you twice with the bow. And then
did you say 60?
60. Oh, sorry, my mistake. 58. We'll go 58. There we go. Yeah, 58. not entirely 60. And then she tries to attack Tekken. And hits you, Tekken, stabbing you through with that for 29 damage. And then it is Ger's turn.
Okay.
That hit. Damage. Nicely done. 24 sneak attack damage.
No, that missed.
That did miss.
I'm going to do my action surge.
Okay.
For more attacks.
That'll hit. Damage. As you're dealing the damage, the music starts to get disjointed. That'll hit. and more of the undead seem to swarm around you all.
And now my bonus action. That's...
Cool deal.
And that is it.
Okie doke. At the end of your turn, after doing all of this, forward. Yep. And check. Okay. She pulls the bow away from the violin and points it towards you, Tekken. And can you give me a wisdom saving throw, Tekken?
Wisdom saving throw. Ooh. Can I use Diamond Soul on that one? Because that's garbage.
Should be able to.
Let's see. Key point. Let's try it again. Wisdom saving throw. Higher than 10. Better than 10, though.
So, as she points the bow at you, the music, it's becoming disjointed and everything starts to sound even worse and worse to you. And it almost seems to entrance you. You take 36 psychic damage and you are stunned. It would now be your turn. However, you are currently stunned. So instead, we move on to Tortuga. Tortuga, your spiritual weapon is now within range.
Fireball.
Okie doke. Dexterity save of 18.
Yep.
She fails. Give me that damage. 36 damage. Okay. So a few things happen. She seemed to be preoccupied with Tekken and causing him pain. And missed the fireball. And the fireball came down and dealt a lot of damage. But fell, burned her down, burned her around. You see it actually starts, burning off some of the armor she had on, some of the items. Her violin went away, burned that up. And she's kind of sitting there looking a little stunned in the chair that she was sitting on playing the music. And she starts cackling. And all of the undead start actually... They seem to kind of almost be let out of her, I guess, the entranced state that they were in. And they all throw themselves at her. And it looks like they're trying to attack her, but instead they almost kind of seem to start smoking and kind of melt on top of her. And then there's kind of this mass of ooey gooey undead flesh. And it forms together and shifts and shapes and instead grows into what looks to be a gigantic mod worm. That looks a lot scarier than she did before. And the music, although she's not playing it, seems to now almost be coming from inside of this worm. But it still sounds very disjointed, very haunting, very much louder than it did before. And yeah, I believe it's Well, it's still your turn. You used your bonus action to move your spiritual weapon up to where you all are, and you used your action to cast Fireball. Is there anything else that you'd like to do, Tortuga?
I'm going to cast it's okay with you. I'm going to do Mass Healing Word for everybody.
Yeah, totally.
At level 4.
Yeah, totally fine.
Yay, 8, damn it. 8 points back.
So, you do this, but you still feel energized from your last altercation is not the word I want to use. From last speaking with Helm. And instead of it being 8 that they heal, you all feel like you heal 80 damage instead. As latent remaining divine power that is clinging to Tortuga from his last divine intervention
That's it.
better position than they were just a little bit ago. Especially you, Tortuga, who I think was nearly dead.
Heck yeah. I had 20 points left.
So now it goes to the giant weird worm thing. And the first thing it does. Now you did a fireball and it decides it wants to do something very similar. And it looks up in the air and it goes, whoop, and a giant mass of Biley acid flies into the sky. Can everyone give me a dexterity save?
No.
Okay, so
that was pretty good.
That was.
Yeah.
So Gur and Tekken, you all managed to avoid, mostly, and only take 30 damage.
No.
30 damage.
No, we have evasion, so
you all
we get 0.
0 damage. Tortuga, on the other hand, seems to take the full brunt of it and instead takes 60 damage. And as the acid splash hits next to Tortuga and it clears away, one of these is right next to you. And you feel like you've seen those before. And it's kind of trying to sing and make music along with the existing music that's playing, but it's not doing a very
yeah, I think I've seen one of those in my nightmare.
And that was its first thing. Next, tries to bite down on you, Tortuga. And hits you for. Oh, hey, let's roll these.
Why do I always die when it's just the three of us?
I don't know.
Because the other two have high dex?
This is very true. It's a numbers game, you know? It goes to bite down for 20 damage. 10 piercing and 10 acid damage. And lastly...
Oh, I'm so glad I got that heal, because, you know, I'm back to where I was.
It looks right at you, Tekken. And its eyes flash for a moment. And you feel a pain in your head as you take 20 damage. Psychic. And that...
So I take 20 more damage?
No, Tekken, not you.
Okay.
Tekken, not Tortuga. And as this happens, you start... Nah, not yet. We'll get to that in a minute. That way we can have Gur's turn. That way Gur can do stuff. On your turn, Gur.
Okay.
That will hit. Then another 2. Another 21. And that'll hit. 12. For 1.
And then I will use my bonus action to send out an echo on the other side of the giant worm.
Okay, sounds good. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Okay, Tekken, you are up. The worm seems to be flailing a bit. And you think laughing, but you can't tell.
Am I still have that effect on me or whatever?
You are not stunned anymore.
Okay.
You no longer feel entranced. Very good question.
Am I like still next to the crazy lady?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, crazy lady's a big worm now, but yeah.
Oh, okay. She turned. Oh, that's right. Okay, I was confused because like that happened, but then like the thing with like the acid and like the monster from the acid. Because I was like, okay. Anyway, yeah. Okay.
Understood.
Okay. Let's see. So now I'm gonna attack the thing, the giant corpse monster thing. So yeah. Derp.
That'll hit.
Okay. Yeah.
That will also hit. 14
All right.
plus
Spend
9
key points, which I am running low on. Oh yeah, there we go.
That'll hit.
Okay, one more.
Is
that hit too?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
11. Nicely done. Is there anything else the Great Tekken would like to do?
No.
Okay. We now go to Tortuga. Tortuga, what would you like to do?
I'm going to. I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna do. Uh. I'm gonna do guiding bolt on the thing that's in front of me.
Okay. That hits. Oh, nice.
And then I'm gonna smack it with a spiritual weapon. Hey, I need to, I think I have one more healing potion. Let me check real quick.
Okay.
I have one of the blue healing potions. Blue liquid. I'm gonna chug it.
Cool deal. So you chug the blue. Can you give me a D20? Okay. So you regain all your health. You also regain
All of it?
all your health and your spell slots.
Ooh.
So
Would it mess anything else up if I took a long rest, or do I need to do all that manually?
you can give yourself a long rest. You also feel very heavy in your stomach.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Am I gonna throw up on the thing?
No, but you start feeling a little gassy. Can you go ahead and give me a Constitution check?
Oh man.
So you actually pork up some of your Heroes Fest directly at Tekken.
Oh, gross.
And it hits you, Tekken. And at first it's like, oh, just like you said, this is gross, but you actually kind of feel energized by it. You regain all your key points.
Ooh, I'll take it.
Oh, this isn't gonna be good. This is the boss battle thing. Oh no.
I mean, it did change forms already.
I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. Y'all, for only 3 of you, are kind of tanking this pretty well.
I guess I'm gonna hit the thing with my spiritual weapon
Okay.
if I can.
Yeah.
I can't remember if taking a potion was a free action or a bonus action.
Well, actually, technically, drinking a potion is an action. Now that I remember and think about that, but go ahead and give me a Constitution check before you make your attack. So you get ready to command your spiritual weapon, but again, you get a little gassy, and it actually kind of upsets your ability to make your attack. You The giant worm in front of you, though, seems kind of offended by the scent, which is pretty impressive considering that it's literally made from like melted undead.
Can I throw up on it? I want to like upchuck on it too, just to add insult to it.
I think you've done more than enough this turn.
Yeah, we're just gonna go past that. The little.
I'm gonna say I'm done then.
Okay, that's a good idea. The little weird mouthy thing that actually came out of the bile from the worm. It's going blah 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 blah, and then it goes and makes kind of a tongue spitty sound at you, and some of the spittle that flies off goes towards your face, Tortuga. Can you give me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Oh.
You actually.
Oh yeah, 12.
The sad part is with how low this dex save throw is, and you still failed. So the spit hits your eyes and burns, and you feel yourself blinded at the moment. Next up comes the worm. Oh, can't do that. The worm attempts to bite you, Tortuga, and misses. Then it tries to quickly spin around. Well, not really spin as much as just continue moving its body towards you, Tekken. And hits for 20 damage. And then it continues on to Gur and hits you, Gur, for 18 damage. And that is its turn. And then it becomes Gur's turn. But right before your turn, it seems to do one more thing. And yeah, it gives out a great big wail. Not like a whale like in the ocean, but as in a cry. Can everyone give me a wisdom saving throw?
Dang.
All of you take 27 damage, and Tortuga, you actually see your spiritual weapon fade away as your spiritual weapon spell ends.
Okay.
And now it is Gur's turn. That will hit. That will also hit. The advantage of bigger creatures, they're easier to hit. 21 damage. It now seems to be in a lot of pain. That will hit. Nicely done. That'll hit too. Is that Gur's turn?
No, I'm going to use Unleash Incarnation, which gets me another melee attack.
Okay, cool deal.
I don't know if that hits.
It does.
Oh, okay. And that's my turn.
17 damage. Onward to Tekken. Tekken. Tortuga's barfed on you, but it's helped out a little bit. You see Gur has done a good amount of damage to the worm, and Tortuga's also helped to do a good amount of damage to this worm. How would you like to proceed?
Keep on attacking.
Okay.
Yeah.
That hits. Also hits.
All right. Key point. Also, question: where has the pig been this entire time? Is he still
Very
stalking
good
me?
question. It is. It has not been hit by anything yet. Oh wow, that definitely hits.
That was weird. It like automatically did the thing when I like on the damage thingy, it turned blue and I pushed it.
Yeah, it automatically knows you hit a crit.
14 plus 8 is going to be... Yeah, that'll hit too.
Okay.
13 damage. I have been making rolls on my side anytime you get attacked, and you have been succeeding with flying colors somehow. So, effectively, what's been going on here is Tekken has been attacking and getting attacked, and must be doing it with one hand as he's holding this little pig, and he's keeping the little pig carefully strapped to himself with, I assume, Dresden is still helping out.
Yep. Those little suction cups are holding on for dear life.
But it appears all my good rolls have been going towards Tekken's rolls behind the scenes, and all my bad rolls have been going towards either... This is a scary thing. All my bad rolls have been going to y'all's damage. So yeah. Good for y'all. Yes, would you like to do anything else, Tekken?
I would like to. No, never mind. No.
Aw. Okay. Wait a second. Oh, that's what you got hit. Okay. It's your turn, Tortuga. However...
So is this thing...
Mm-hmm.
Is this thing bloody or look like it's hurt yet?
Oh, it's kind of hanging limp at the moment. It's not looking very good at all. However, you currently find yourself blinded still by the spit from the weird mouthy thing. Though it's your turn, so that's good.
Oh, I don't need to see to cause an earthquake.
That is very true words.
Just to remind you, you're right outside the Temple of Helm.
Ah, dang it.
When has
Dang
that
it.
stopped you before?
If I ruin the temple, they'll probably dock my pay or something. So I better not do that.
You've been getting paid?
Maybe I'm gonna have to talk to the head cleric about this. Level 7 fireball, right down his throat.
Okie dokie. Come on.
18 dex.
Is it not? Oh, there we go. I succeeded. Wow. I wanted to roll that in the open because I figured this could work either fantastically well or not, and I actually managed to roll a nat 20, so I'm pleased with this. 50 damage. So it only takes 25 damage. It moves out of the way. However,
Yes.
even though only barely, well, not barely, even though it dodged with flying colors somehow, even though it's in pain, even though it's super damaged, it still did manage to move out of the way. But even the small bit of fire that was dealt to it was actually enough to take it out. And the weird little mouthy thing that was next to you seems to kind of fade away. And that is it. Combat is over. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. You all have defeated the big thing. As the little fireball falls down and hits the worm, it lets out a giant scream. And you all hear in your minds a woman's voice of, "You've all done it now." And the entire worm seems to solidify into stone and then break away into ash. And there is a scroll that seems to be rolled up, well, kind of stored in what glass scroll, or glass scroll case. There is a gem, and there is a key. Seems to be left behind. Also, you all have taken out 3 legendary creatures during this combat. And we are getting closer and closer to the end of, getting closer and closer to Magpie's, you all facing him off. And because you all have successfully taken out 3 legendary creatures, and there's only 3 of you who managed to do this, we're going to give you all 1 more level.
Yay.
So everybody can actually go up another level.
Oh.
Everyone figured everything out from last time. We can choose to do that after the end of this session.
I didn't know with, RPG and Jeff gone if we were gonna end early.
So there's 2 things we can do. We can either continue on with some puzzly stuff that I had planned aside, or since it ended early, since Jeff and RPG aren't here, we can decide to end this one early for tonight if that's what you all would like to do. and we can end with everybody getting their level. And I'll just make sure that Jeff
Oh.
and RPG know. But it is up to y'all.
I just want to go back into the Temple of Helm and bow a few times and say, "Hey, y'all saw that, right?"
Okay, I need to make sure I heard you correctly. Did you say you want to go into the Temple of Helm and bile a few times?
He wants to bow and take, posing and stuff.
Ow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So, Tortuga, you walk into the Temple of Helm. And as soon as you walk in, everybody cheers you on. Some people want autographs. Some people are disparaging the people looking for autographs, saying, that nobody should want for material things. But those same people are still congratulating you. Everybody seems to be revering Reverend Tortuga, the Firebringer, Flamebringer. And the the head of the temple actually, he's looking a lot better. You imagine he has he's healed himself, and actually the people inside, even though the combat technically happened very quickly, people seem to work pretty quickly inside the temple to get back to healing everybody and trying to get people healed up, revived, and all that. The place still looks like a giant mess, but the people inside seem to be doing better. And the head of the temple actually walks over to you, Tortuga, personally congratulates you, and says that he has not seen Helm actually intervene for anyone in at least 40 years. And he said the last time he saw this happen was himself. And at the time that happened, the existing head of the temple decided it was time to pass on the mantle of the head of that temple over to him. And he looks at you and pats you on the shoulder and says, Tortuga, given the circumstances, I would like to offer you the same opportunity. Would you like to take over this temple here, keeping it up, doing all, going to be a lot of repairs you're going to have to do. There's a lot of people here that you're going to be responsible for. But I think it's about time that I retire. And given the circumstances and what's happened, I think you would be a good choice.
Sex or ...
What's the pay like?
The priest face palms.
I gently pat him on the shoulder and says, "Well, sir, I have to complete my adventure. I'll just take the title and the paycheck and let you keep running things as my executive assistant for right now. But I'll be back as soon as this adventure is over."
The priest looks directly at you and says, "Now, Tortuga, that's not how this works. Also, there is no pay. I believe you've been well aware of that for a long time. It's why we have tithing. But if you ever change your mind, you can let me know. And we'll see how things are going at that point." And with that, he turns around and starts trying to clean things up. Gur, as you said, you got the scroll and the gem and the key. Is there anything in particular you'd like to do with them?
I would like to see what is on the scroll.
Okay. You look at the scroll and you realize it looks like some sort of spell song. And you think it might actually be something useful for Sack. And then you find another scroll that's in there. And the scroll is for insert ritual spell whose name I've forgotten that you would like to have learned.
Okay.
That's an adorable turtle. God. As for you, Tekken, there actually seems to be a third thing that is in there. And it looks to be like a very nice pen. You're not quite sure what use it is of to you yet, but you feel some sort of connection to it. Maybe good for signing autographs, I don't know. Excuse me.
Do you have any details about the gem?
Interesting gem. No, I'm just making a note of everything I've given y'all so I don't forget this stuff. Everyone give me a Arcana check.
Watch this. I'm good at this.
Nice. So, Tortuga, you would actually know that that gem tends to be, well, that specific type of gem, especially being one such as yourself that's always looking for gems, that gem is tuned to a particular, in this case, we're going to say demiplane. And you know that it can actually be used with certain spells, certain magic, in order to travel to that particular demiplane. Grr,
Yeah, it's a gate stone.
you know that gem is worth probably about 10,000 gold. On the black market. Tekken, you have seen some of those who have trained you in the past, assuming that you've had someone train you in the past, have worn necklaces with a similar stone around their neck before. That doesn't take an Arcana check. It just looked like something shiny that you remembered you probably had wanted at some point. But yeah. So you would definitely know that it is some form of gate entryway. Tortuga. As for the key, Gur, you notice a strange property of the key, and it seems that every time you look at it, it's changing its general makeup. The teeth are shifting. The material it seems to be made out of appears to change. Um, it's happening in a subtle manner. It's not very overt, but again, being the rogue that you are, you kind of have an eye for those things. Is there anything in particular anybody would like to do?
I would like to get all of Tortuga's vomit off of me from that last encounter. That'd be nice.
That'd probably be good. Hey, does anyone have mending as a spell? No one is here who actually has cantrips, I think. Oh wait, no, someone should have cantrips.
No, but I can cast guidance to help him, you know the way to the sink.
Second, you do your best to get Tortuga's bile off of yourself. Kind of a general blue stain that seems to be left behind at the moment, but you've cleaned most of it off. It at least had more benefit than downside. Tortuga, can you give me another Constitution check?
What the?
This time I'm going to have you roll it, Tekken. Tekken, can you give me a dexterity check?
Dexterity check. Okay.
Or, sorry, dexterity save. Not a check, a save. Okay. That's good. Looking for 10 or greater. Tortuga horks again. And it looks like it's heading straight for the pig. But you manage to move out of the way, and instead he gets it all over your clothing again. But at least the pig is spared at the moment. Some of your clothing actually burns away this time. And you take 5 damage.
What? Wow. Thanks, Tortuga. Thanks.
Sorry.
Those blue potions, yo. I might recommend...
I need to get some more of those.
I mean...
That was
in
my
town.
last one.
Y'all could go shopping. Or the rest of the team could try to keep you from going and getting more of those. That could work too.
Can I just say I went and bought like 3 more and anything else special the dude had lying around?
Well, before you get anything else, let's hear your report. Because he did say, he was giving it to you in exchange for you telling him what happened from drinking those.
Well, the first one made, let's see, it nearly killed me if I remember right.
Mm-hmm. Constitution check.
The second one.
Sorry, I wasn't saying you had to give me a Constitution check. I was saying the first one you did a Constitution check and it almost killed you. The second one.
Yeah, it was really bad. Let me see. That was in the dungeon thing, like the big bad dungeon, and I think I used it on. Dresden actually poured it down my throat, and it revived me. So that was a good thing.
Was that not the one that turned into a bunny rabbit?
Oh yeah, that's right. It revived me and turned me into.
And now you can give me a Constitution check. So, as you're explaining all of this, you hork again. And you accidentally melt the desk of the shopkeep, and he seems very unhappy. But he gives you 3 more vials, though these ones are purple. With the same thing, please test them out, come back, and let me know what happens.
Yay!
And yes, you also notice that his little helper that is there and very loud is nowhere to be found.
I want to ask him if he has any growing liquid, anything to make people grow or creatures grow.
He leans in close and says, "Performance enhancing?"
Don't you have like
I was
a
hoping.
big back of Dresden treats or something that did that once?
He does.
Oh, do I?
He had given you some stuff previously to give
Oh,
to
yeah.
Dresden. I think you have like 4 remaining because I think he gave you 5 of them. It's okay. For whatever reason, I've just been handing random stuff out constantly to the point that I've forgotten some of it. So I wouldn't be surprised if y'all keeping track of it. Something I've forgotten. Actually, now I'm thinking about that. I can add that.
Oh, and would you happen to have an opal?
She only comes around on Thursdays. Oh, you mean the gem? Yeah, we have some of varying quality. What are you looking for?
Let me look. I think it's like 1,000 or maybe 10,000. I'm hoping it's 1,000.
I honestly don't know any gem or any spell components that require. Well, actually, no, I don't want to say that.
I don't have enough money for it, but I need a diamond worth 5,000
A
for
diamond
gate.
worth 5,000.
But there was something I needed for an opal for. Oh yeah, symbol. 1,000 GP.
1,000 GP. You need an opal for that. He goes into his stock room, and you hear some arguing back and forth, followed by and then he comes back out, and he's holding an opal, and he shows it to you and says, "Is this what you're looking for?"
Yep, yep. Gur, can you examine that? Make sure it's up to 1,000 GP.
I think you're looking to see if Gur can tell if it's legit or not. Sure, you can give me a perception check. Investigation works too. As far as you can tell, the gem seems on the up and up.
Awesome.
If
Oh,
we're
one-
shopping, I need some stuff too.
He looks at you and then he starts sniffing the air. I smell richness on you. What do you need?
I need 100 gold piece worth pearl for casting Identify.
You need a pearl. We might have one of those. And he actually kind of takes a thumb and puts it in the collar of his shirt and reaches around, and you see him hook a necklace, and he kind of pulls on it and a little necklace pops out. And there actually looks to be a pearl that's sitting on the necklace. And he pops it off the necklace and sets it down and says, "Is this what you're looking for?"
Yes.
Aha! I've had that one for a while, but I suppose I can part with it for 200 gold.
Well, it is on a nice necklace, so yes. 200 gold it is.
All yours. Is there anything else?
That should be it for today.
He eyes to Tekken. You're mighty quiet. Is there nothing that you want, nothing that you need? Nothing I can help separate your gold from you for?
When you're the world famous Child of Destiny hero, adventurer, extraordinaire, the journey is its own reward. And I don't need the these material things in my life and stuff. So yeah, I'm good.
As he does this, he actually places his hand down, and there's a little bottle of ink. And he says, "Not even special ink with which to sign autographs with?"
I mean, usually people come up to me and they already have something for me to write with, but if it's like special ink that does like special stuff, I mean, what is like how special is it?
Well, everything in my shop is special. I don't sell the mundane, you see. It's boring to do that, and anyone could easily come and take business away from me. No. I spend a lot of time sourcing very, very unique items among the land. This ink here.
Also, I have you know, I am like a map aficionado as well. So maybe I'll take your offer on the ink if it's so special.
I mean, if you're going to be condescending like that, I don't know if you're worthy of the ink. And he starts to put his hand to move it away.
I thought shopkeepers like money and profit. You don't want my business?
Of course I want your business. And he looks and he pushes the ink toward you. 300 gold.
I don't even know if I have 300 gold, but if I do, here's 300 gold. Thanks for the ink.
I don't know. Let's see. You should have 300 gold. I think you should have 300 gold. Let's see. Inventory. You currently have 1,450 gold.
Oh, okay. That works out then.
Yeah, let's subtract 300 from that. And you now have a vial of what he is calling special ink. And he just slides it towards you. He says, "Yes, yes, use it. Use it when you make your maps. Use it whenever you sign autographs. I'm sure you'll enjoy the properties that it has. And you can come back and tell me all about it. And just make sure not to get any on yourself or others."
Okay, that's a bit alarming.
And he pushes it towards you. And as you pick it up, you actually feel the bottle is very warm.
Sir, would you be interested in some trade?
Always, but it depends on what kind.
You see, sir, I'm in need of a 5,000 GP diamond.
What is with you adventurers and having the need of a gem that is so specific in price? Is it not quality that you're after?
I have no clue, dude. I have no clue.
I mean,
I'm just gonna start pulling some stuff out of my bag of holding until he tells me to stop.
Okay. When you pull items out of your bag of holding, I would like you to explain each one to me.
God.
This is the weirdest negotiation.
Like, pull things out of my bag that holds infinite items until he tells me to stop.
I pull out a scrag head and I drop it onto the floor. I pull out naga parts, a long hat, kraken parts,
Hold up. So as you're doing this,
some
and
shiny clowns.
You're reaching into your bag and pulling items out and dropping them on the ground. More and more people in the shop are becoming alarmed. And they're watching you do this. A few of them have fled the store. Some of them are making their way closer to you, you think, to try to snatch the items up. And others seem unfazed by this, which is probably the most alarming of all. The shopkeep is just watching you.
Shiny clowns.
Clams?
Shiny clams.
Mm-hmm.
I pull out 30 giant crab legs.
Those could be used for quite a nice stew.
And I pull out a water skin of glowy water. I say, look, this is real special. I plop it down on the table.
He looks and says, "What's so special about it?"
I'll tell you what. You give me that 5,000 GP diamond, I'll tell you. You ain't never seen anything like this stuff before.
There's a lot of things I haven't seen. It doesn't make them valuable.
But this glowing water was from a dungeon we went into, filled with the phylacteries of multiple liches, worked on by the fearsome red wizards of Thay.
Can you give me a persuasion check, Gur?
Nice.
You see his eyes glow wide as dinner plates. Agents of Thay and phylacteries, you say?
Yes, the whole place hummed with magical energy. This particular water was taken from the depths of a pool where creatures unknown on this plane of existence swam.
Those waters could have touched the very phylactery essence himself.
Who knows what magical powers this could hold?
The water skin, the crab legs, and all those naga parts. And let me go see if I have a gem for you. And he walks into the back.
So I can keep the Kraken parts, right? And the long hat.
I have no need for Krakens. At least not right now. Maybe later on. And
okay, you let me know. I'll keep them in here for you.
The long hat, those cause too many issues. People get very jealous.
Tell me about it.
And he goes into the back room. See if I can find. Bonk. That is not it. He goes, into the back and comes out with pretty. And hands it over to you.
Ooh.
It's an impressive Google search there, Matt.
Pinterest is my favorite thing. But yeah. So now Matt's getting distracted, and that's what this is going to be now. So yeah, you have your 5,000 gold gem now, or at least a gem that should be worth 5,000 gold. It's valued at 5,000 gold. And he looks and says, "Is there anything else I can do to take the burden of all that gold off of your shoulders, your backs, your packs, your bags, your satchels, your containers?"
I think we're good for today.
Well, as always, don't be a stranger. And don't forget our deal. You come back and tell me about those vials and how those potions functioned for you. And with that, he turns around and starts going to bother other patrons in his store. Is there anything else in particular? Oh, geez, what the heck?
Nope, I'm good. I've been looking forward to this spell.
That it doesn't consume the gem.
I think that's more than enough.
What was the ritual that you went for, Gur? Was it identify?
I already had identify.
Oh, okay.
I went for what's the wizard's name? Leoman's tiny hut.
Oh gosh, that's a good one.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, that is a very, very nice one. Especially since it can be cast as a ritual. It's fun. Okay. So, with that, is there anything else that you all would like to do for today?
Hey, wait, with this spell, I can like summon Magpie straight to us, right?
Depends.
You need to have his real name.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That is the depends.
Although that could be what the archivist is going to use.
Very possible that someone known as the archivist, who's responsible for all the items in the library, might actually know the name of Magpie.
Yeah. And now you have a 5,000 gold gem for him to use to do it. So that's really nice of you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that was a pretty good battle.
It was.
Um,
You all did
I
pretty well.
do have an idea to get Sax out of the way.
Okay.
So basically, Kit is taken away, and we think he's gone, but then he reappears, grabs his best friend, and now they're both gone.
You mean Kit reappears?
Yeah, like, we think he's gone and taken away. Oh no, where he is. And then he comes back for a last gasp and steals Sax. And that's why Sax wasn't there either. He's with Kit. I'm sure he'll be happy about that.
Oh, of course. Of course. I think that'll work.
Okay. So
Yeah, that'll work.
That was it.
I was kind of expecting for some reason RPG to show up. Otherwise, that thing was going to take RPG 2. RPG 2. RPG as well.
no, I think it worked well with the door and the transformation and stuff. So it was one of the more interesting battles.
Good. I wasn't sure exactly where to exactly where to go with everything with both of them missing. So
Yeah, and it's hard to do terrain in Theater of the Mind.
Definitely. I had puzzles and stuff set up for y'all, but I don't think that we should probably get into it at 12:30. I found one of my favorite monsters of all time, but I didn't throw it at y'all because there's only 3 of you. But I will say,
Thank you.
oh boy, is it going to make an appearance at some point. no, don't thank me. Thank Justice Fruit Pies. Oh, hey, cool. Yeah, I should never go on Pinterest ever. I'm just getting myself distracted looking at things now. Yeah, so good. Did y'all like that battle? Was it at least
Yeah.
interesting? Cool.
Yep. I can't believe I rolled a 1.
I can't believe you rolled a 1 as well. That was quite impressive. And more than that, I like how you were offered the ability or the chance to just be the one who heads the place up, and you're like, nah.
Responsibility? No way.
Yeah, right.
I'm a turtle. I don't do responsibility.
I guess so.
We're free spirits.
I mean, we know the responsibility thing because of what was that? Something about a snout? An Umgar snout, I think was that.
The snout of Ongar.
Yeah, that one. All that responsibility.
I took care of the fire.
All right, guys. Good night.
Have a good one, Gar. Thanks for playing.